organizations like AfriForum, they call themselves a lobby group. They want to be in South Africa, but they don't want to be part of South Africa, the South Africa that everybody is trying to build, a rainbow nation as envisaged by the likes of Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because of the events that happened the last couple of days. Apparently these guys, AfriForum, they went and lobbied the United States government, and they peddled lies that in South Africa, the white people in South Africa, perhaps the white Afrikaners, as those are their constituency, that they are being oppressed in South Africa, that because of this new act that has been signed into law by President Ramaphosa, that they are losing their properties, that they will be losing their properties and things like that. And obviously that is a lie. That's not what the law says. And it's not even constitutional what they were suggesting to the United States government. And it is not a surprise the way in which Donald Trump has responded to that. When he was tweeting that there are a lot of bad things that the leaders of South Africa are doing to certain class of people. And he just stopped short of saying the white people in South Africa, the minority white people in South Africa, particularly the Afrikaner community. And I know it is not all Afrikaner communities represented by AfriForum. But it is so appalling to me that these people, they are behaving like they don't want to be here in South Africa. It's almost like they want to carve out themselves a particular space in South Africa that is not part of South Africa. And they will go and peddle lies and not realize the consequences of their lie, how it would affect the people of South Africa, especially the vulnerable. Now, think about it. With that misinformation and the reaction of Donald Trump and his government, look what happened in the JSE, the value that was wiped out because the market was in jitters because of what Donald Trump said. And I don't think AfriForum had thought of that. And I know yesterday they were saying they are appealing to the US government to punish the ANC leaders, not the people of South Africa. And you and I know that it's almost near impossible for that to happen. Whatever is it that they said and how they said it to the US government, it has got a direct impact on the people of South Africa. The businesses that have got interest in trading with the USA, how they will be impacted because of the behavior of an organization like an AfriForum, who call themselves a lobbying group. And a lobbying group, they should be even specific and say we are lobbying for white Afrikaner speaking people in South Africa. And they are using the tactics of fear mongering. You know, like South Africa is it's a place where it's not safe for white people, so to speak. And I think this behavior shows that the lack of patriotism that these people have. They want to be in South Africa, but they don't want to be part of South Africa. And I think it's almost a behavior like the people of Orania. They want to be in South Africa, but they don't want to be part of South Africa. And they will use exclusive language like culture, preserving our language as a way of excluding other people so that they don't become part of this community, this rainbow nation that a lot of people in South Africa, majority of white people, I believe, that they want to be part of South Africa and build this South Africa that we're living in. And you got these organizations like AfriForum. And that is why you even see organizations like the DA, they wouldn't necessarily come out and condemn organizations like AfriForum and their behavior and the damage that will cause the reputation of South Africa in the investment market and all of that. A lot of people, they might read the headline and say, hey, we're not interested in coming to South Africa. A lot of people might read the headline, they might not want to invest in South Africa. You know, the Democratic Alliance, I know last year, 2024, before the election, there was one of their members, I think her name was Emma Louise something, who wrote to the USA government to say, we want you guys to set up a parallel structure to observe the elections of South Africa. And the suggestion was that they are worried about Jacob Zuma's MK party, what they will do to disrupt the elections and how the ANC might want to hang on to power, you know, And those are the type of behaviors that shows that people are not patriotic. To an extent that the US government, through their embassy, said, hey, South Africa, you got this. South Africa has been running elections, the IC has been running elections for so many years, and they got a good reputation. And South Africa is a sovereign country. It doesn't need another country to interfere in their affairs. And of which that was a good response from the US government at that point in time. And these are the type of things that some people who are not patriotic, they're peddling this type of lies about South Africa to the world. And it's very easy for the world to believe these type of things about this country. Even if we go and explain that, no, that's not the case. The Expropriation Act doesn't say what these people are suggesting. But whatever is that the people have heard, Trump has got so many millions of followers on his Twitter account. And I can tell you, majority of them, they're not going to sit here and do a research about the act in South Africa. They're going to believe what he is saying and things like that. And the media will lap it up in America and the rest of the world for that matter. And these camp organizations, they need to be called out. And I do not know legally what can be done. Not for them not to be stopped from expressing their views, but especially when it comes to the lies that they've been telling about this country. And I'm saying, like, yes, if you don't want to be part of this country, nobody's stopping you from living, so to speak, you know. But please do not tell lies about your decisions, your lies affecting so many people. The investment that could have came into the country, the value that was wiped on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange because of what you guys have said. It's immeasurable, you know what I mean? And whatever happened in terms of the consequences with what they said, most of their people, most of those leaders of AfriForum, they wouldn't be affected. They'll still live in their comfortable places. They'll get their salaries as they normally got them. The kids will go to the finest of schools and things like that. But the men and women who are vulnerable, they'll be affected by their behavior. I want to know what you guys think about this, the lack of patriotism from AfriForum, and how we need to be responding as South Africans towards these guys and their behavior. And these are the people who are wanting to divide the country. We're trying to build a unified South Africans, and these people are trying to divide the country. I want to hear your comments, what you think. If you think I'm overreacting, but I think what they did is horrible, and they need to be called out, and we, from every sector of the country. Business, they need to call these people out. Political parties, they need to call these people out. And I'm calling out the DA specifically because of their behavior, what they did in 2024. Calling out the Americans to help them with the elections and things like that. And that's the kind of behavior that you normally see within the country with certain type of people, you know, who are not patriotic in South Africa. Please share with me on your comments what you think about this situation, what the AfriForum did, what the DA did last year when calling on the Americans in terms of the election. If you agree, let me know why. If you disagree, especially, I want to hear from you why you disagree with me. What is the best course of action AfriForum should have taken if they were concerned about this? So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for supporting this channel, and hope to hear from you guys very soon.